Okay, good, thanks. Hi. Hello, YouTube friends. Hello, welcome, one and all. So, how's everyone doing? Good. Another warm California evening. So, let's start tonight by just do a little bit of investigation. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to throw out a few questions. And none of these questions are trick questions. They're all completely simple, completely straightforward. They're there for you to explore with and just see what your experience is. So the first question is can you hear the fountain? Okay. Now, please notice, in order for you to answer that question, what happened? There was a moment, I asked the question, then there was a moment, then you had the answer. What happened in between there? Very straightforward, right? There was some shifting of attention, some paying attention to something, putting your attention somewhere to confirm, yes, I hear the fountain. Okay. What color is the wall directly in front of you? Or whatever's in front of you?
Beige.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Of course, the point here is we don't care about the answer. We care about the process of what happens. Again, there's that question. Then there's a process which involves putting attention somewhere, and then there's the answer. Very, very straightforward. You've been doing this all your life. This is nothing new. We're just putting it a little bit under the microscope. Can you feel the seat under your bottom? Okay? So again, you see there's that attention going somewhere. Okay. Is there anywhere in your body that feels achy or stiff at the moment? So again, whether the answer is yes or no, and whether it's your shoulder or your side or whatever, again, there's attention going somewhere. Okay. Are you having any thoughts? Okay. Answer is, I think, probably yes, right? And again, is there attention going somewhere in order to retrieve the answer?
Yes.
Yeah. But no, it's a little subtler than things like, do you hear the fountain, perhaps? Okay, next question. Are you aware? Okay, very simple. Are you aware?
Yes.
Okay, people are saying yes. Now, in this case, where did your attention have to go to find the answer? In other words, in the case of, do you hear the fountain? It went to where the noise is coming from. What color is the wall? It went to the vision of the wall, the visual sensation. In the case of, are you having thoughts? It's a little more hard to say where it is, but it's going somewhere. The attention's going somewhere. Now, when we say, are you aware? Does the attention have to go somewhere to confirm that? Where does it go?
To the process of being aware?
Just to confirm, to come up with the yes that you came up with when I said, are you aware? Where did your attention go?
For me, it probably doesn't have to be like that. It kind of went behind me and expanded. Just,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't. So.
Yes. So if that did not happen, so you had some feeling of, oh, somewhere back here and oh, expansion. And maybe someone else had some feeling of, oh, here and contraction.
Mm-hmm.
But the key thing that you said was, but even without that, I would still be aware. If I had this instead of this, I would still be aware. This, whatever you described, something behind me and feels like it's expanding, you're describing subtle things that are hard to describe. But it's something we're aware of. It's a subtle sensation, but it's a sensation, as it were.
It's a way of pulling myself out of something focused or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's what I generally do when I want to, okay,
Right.
like take a step back.
Okay, something that you do. Now, do you have to do anything to be aware?
Sometimes I do.
Do you? Okay, let's be very precise.
Even then.
Let's be very precise. I mean, for instance, you're sitting there, whatever, eating a slice of pizza, not thinking about awareness, not trying to, come up with your best answers because we're sitting in class now or something, and something happens. I throw an object across the room at you. When all that, are you aware? Yeah, you're aware of the object, maybe hitting you. You're aware of the taste of the pizza. You're not thinking about awareness. We might even say you're not aware that you're aware, but you're aware. Okay? Without being aware, just aware, you couldn't be aware of anything. Right? So awareness is a general condition which is the precondition of all the specific things we're aware of. Seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, emotions, thoughts. Those are all things we're aware of. And pretty much our whole universe of experience consists of those things: seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, feelings, thoughts. If you come up with something else, let me know. So we want to be very clear about this. Being aware of X, Y, or Z is one thing. Being aware is another thing that's, in a way, a bigger, more fundamental thing. So, are you aware now? Okay, it's not a trick question. Are you aware now? Yeah. Are you? How about now?
Yes.
How about now?
Yes.
Will there ever be a time when the answer is no?
Yeah.
There will.
No. So the question, so because I think, I don't want to say most of us, but often we are aware of something in the past or expectation or thoughts for the futures, and we are not aware now. There's so much not being aware now.
Okay, so everyone
Just-
heard that she's saying, so sometimes we're aware of memories from the past, or we're aware of expectations in the future, so we're not aware in the present.
And just because you asked, do you hear the fountain? So
You-
maybe coming in, I didn't hear anything, but
Right.
because you said it, now I'm now.
Right, but I want to go back to what you said just a moment ago. Okay, you said, no, sometimes we're not aware in the present because we're aware of memories from the past, expectations of the future. Okay, now again, none of this is an abstract or philosophical discussion. All this, I'm just calling your attention to things you experience right now in the room, right now. We're in the lab. This is not lecture section, this is the lab section. Okay. Pull up a memory. Pull up a memory from childhood. Whatever comes up, doesn't matter. Good one, bad one, happy one, sad one. Okay, it doesn't take a lot of effort. Something came up. Okay? Now pull up a memory from earlier today, eating breakfast or something. Okay? Boom, there it is. What is that?
Thought.
It's a thought. Okay? It's a thought. When it's a thought about something that happened in the past, has some element, some visual, like replaying a little, what we think is a reliable movie, and we think is the same every time we pull it up, which is actually not the case. Those tapes degrade very quickly, actually. Okay? It's a thought.
But it's also
Now, when is that thought being experienced? Like, okay, what did you have for breakfast? Let's think about that. Okay? Whatever it was. Are you having that thought this morning? Are you having that memory this morning? You know?
But
No. Think about what you had for breakfast. Are you thinking about what you had for breakfast? Okay. Are you having that thought this morning, or are you having that thought now?
I have it now because you asked me a question.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So I just want to be very clear. So memory. So when we say, "Oh, I'm lost in memory," I'm in the past. We know what you mean, and we all speak that way usually, and that's fine for most of the time. But we're in the lab, and we're trying to be more precise than usual. So a memory is a thought that we're having in the present about something we call the past. Okay? Are we clear? Does this sound right? Can you confirm this in your experience? Okay? And an expectation for the future, are we experiencing that in the future? No, we're experiencing it in the moment. Now, your point is very good, which is sometimes we can be so caught up in these thoughts about the past and the future that we don't hear the fountain. We don't notice, as a kid, I'd get so wrapped up in reading books I wouldn't realize. Actually, when I was little, I would get headaches, and I'd just go and read a book. And I'd get so lost in the book, immediately I'd have no awareness of my headache. And I'd be read for half an hour, and my mom would call me for something to, come for dinner. And as soon as I took my head out of the book, I realized that the headache was still there. Okay, that divorced from here and now sensory experience. So yeah, absolutely that. But all that's happening now. Do we ever have any experience that's not experienced in the present moment? Take a look. Do we ever have any experience that is not taking place in the present moment? Experience something 3 seconds ago. Experience something 3 seconds from now. We can't do it.
Not yet.
When it happens, give me a call. This I want to see. So in our lab work here, we think we're establishing a couple of things. Right? We're always aware. The things we're aware of, whether they're thoughts, including memories and expectations, as well as sensory experience and emotions, thoughts, all that, is all happening in the present. Very, very simple, very, very important for what we're about here. And to notice any of the particular specific things that we're aware of, our attention gets directed somewhere. But to be aware of the fact that we're aware, where does the attention go? Is it like, oh, okay, I look at this light, now I know I'm aware. It does help me confirm it, kind of indirectly. If I'm aware of the light, I must be aware. But that's kind of adding a step. It's making it, it's like a step of a logical step. Like logically, I know I don't need that. Do I need to see the light, that light bulb to know I'm aware? No. I'm aware even with my eyes closed. I'm aware. Do I need to hear the fountain to be aware? If you woke up, let's say from surgery, you were coming out of anesthesia, and it's a completely dark room. And let's say it's a completely silent room. And let's say maybe they got you floating in one of those tanks or something so you don't have any tactile sensation. Are you still aware when you wake up? You could still have thoughts, you'd be aware of the thoughts, but let's say you're not having thoughts. Are you still aware?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. It's like the TV is on, I don't know if it works this way anymore, but the old TVs we had when we were growing up, right? Remember, you turn it on, and first the tube would light up, and it would take a few moments to warm up, and then the show would start. Right? So the light would come on, and then the lights, action. Right? So there's this light of awareness, so to speak, that is prior to, more fundamental than all the stuff we're aware of. It's just awareness. And we don't have to put our attention anywhere to know we're aware. Right? You look over here and touch your head this way. Are you aware? Yeah. Look down here, touch your knee this way. We can change everything. We're aware. Very, very simple. Everyone on board? Okay. And if you know, play around with this at home, because it's so simple, but we're so used to not looking directly at these kind of fundamental building blocks of how we experience life, that it takes some kind of bringing your attention back to it to kind of not lose track of it.
So how do I know that?
Sorry?
How do I know that I fully paid attention to all what you said?
How do
Maybe
you...
only 10% what you just said now that I actually heard because
Yeah.
I was listening to the fountain.
Right. Yes. So paying attention to everything that someone said, that can be very difficult. You know? You can be... It's really interesting. Like, you know, Yafa and I love going to movies, and we'll come away from a movie and we'll be talking about a scene, and she's so much better at visual awareness than I am. You know, she's a professional at that. And I'll start talking about a scene, and she'll say, "Oh, but that guy was standing there, and he was making that expression, which indicated that." And I'll say, "That guy was in the scene," you know.
That's
So
what I'm saying. It's like,
right.
That's different from awareness.
Yes, that's just
Attention.
yes,
different.
that's attention to specific things that you're aware of. That specific, this thing on the screen, we could say, on the screen of awareness. That's one thing. But the whole main point that we're going to here is this business of the screen is on. That's it. The screen is on. And by the way, because we're taping this, you can go home and I'll have this up on YouTube within a day or two, and you can, if you want to review the conversation, you can do that. So, let's take one new step now. Rest your attention on the sound of the fountain. Just let it rest there for a few moments. Okay? Now, rest your attention on the coming and going of the voices in the street. Now rest your attention on the contact between your bottom and the seat that you're sitting on. Now, just as you were resting your attention on the comings and goings of the voices, so in this case,
Slam it.
someone appears to be having a bad time tonight. So now let's rest our attention, and you might want to close your eyes for this, just as we were paying attention to the coming and going of the voices. Just pay attention to the coming and going of your breath, the rising and falling of your breath. Not trying to do anything special with the breath, just letting it be however it is, but resting your attention on it. Now, are you aware? Of course, as always, you're aware. Just rest your attention on this fact that you're aware. Rest your attention on this awareness. Now, since there's no specific location, unlike the breath or your butt in the seat, you might find yourself kind of going, wait, where do I rest my attention now? Where's the awareness? And that's a little bit like a bird flying back and forth in the sky going, wait, where's the sky? Since all our experience happens within our awareness, just like everything in the TV show happens within the screen. When we're looking for it, we don't see it in a specific place because we're always right in the middle of it. So we can just rest right here, wherever we are, with whatever else is going on within it. So sounds come and go within this awareness. Perfect. Sensations come and go within this awareness. Of course, perfect as always, unavoidably. Thoughts come and go within this awareness. Great. Notice that it doesn't matter what the thoughts are about. smart thoughts, dumb thoughts, memory thoughts about the present, expectation thoughts about the future. Doesn't matter. Just different fleeting images, we could say, on this screen of awareness, within this light of awareness. Different feelings come and go, perhaps. Feeling relaxed, great. Feeling tense, great. Happy, sad, doesn't matter. Just more stuff, more phenomena. More images coming and going on the screen. Different kinds of birds flying back and forth through this open, clear sky of awareness. The sky has room for everything. Let's say there's the sound of a low-flying airplane. Fine, that's a sound, perfect. Maybe there's a thought, airplane, perfect. Maybe not. Maybe there's a feeling, I don't want that airplane sound to be there. It's going to wreck my meditation. That's just a feeling and a thought. None of it makes any difference to the open space, the open sky of awareness. So we rest as awareness. Rest as this awareness that is always here, is always open, free, empty in a way, even when it's full of stuff. Just as a mirror is never stained by any of the images that appear on its surface. This clear, crystal clear, mirror-like awareness is not stained, not damaged, or improved by anything that appears in it. So we're not trying to concentrate or focus on anything. Not trying to feel some special way. Not trying to be mindful or spiritual or meditative. Those are just concepts. We're just remaining aware as we've always been. But resting in it for once. Resting in this open, space-like awareness. Anytime you feel you're resisting something or holding on to something or struggling with something, just relax your grip on it. It's all you ever have to do. That's the extent of our doing. Relax your grip on it, whatever it is, and relax back into yourself, this open sky-like awareness. That simple. Anytime you find yourself thinking, oh gee, I went off on this long thought story. Now I have to get rid of that and go back. No, you don't have to get rid of anything. You don't have to go back anywhere. That's all been happening right here in this open, empty screen of awareness, this sky of awareness. Where else could it be? Just rest in this awareness. Anything you're gripping, relax your grip on it, and that's all. Nothing to get rid of. Nothing to hold on to. Nothing to achieve. No way to achieve it. All those thoughts, all those concepts about reaching some goal in meditation, having some way to reach it, those are just thoughts you're having right here in the goal, which is this awareness that you are right now. Like you're sitting on the couch saying, how am I going to get to the couch? Just relax and enjoy the couch. Now keep the eyes closed. Take a few minutes to bring the body back to a more active state. Get the blood circulating again. And after a couple of minutes, when you feel ready, when the body feels ready, you can slowly open the eyes.